Hi. Okay, so this video is going to be specifically about how to find sources in our library's database and on other academic search engines. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just kind of show you where to go, how to navigate, and some key tips and tricks for the process because it is a process in order to find the articles that you like, that you want, that you feel confident using and feel confident putting your stamp on, like, hey, I trust this source and it has information that's relevant and accurate for what I'm talking about. It takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of time and critical eye, but there are ways that can make it a little bit easier. So let me share my screen and show you what we're working on. I want you to note that this video is going to be specifically about finding peer-reviewed academic journal articles, since that's what our focus is going to be for the class. I'm not looking for blogs or periodicals or anything like that. We're looking for these peer-reviewed journal articles. So in order to find them, this is where to go. I'm going to start with your school's library, okay? Because it's really important to always have knowledge about how to work your school's library. No matter where you go from here on out, you're going to have access to your school's library, and that gives you access to different databases. And so it's super cool. As long as you know how to navigate one, you can pretty much navigate the rest. Um, our library is pretty cool. It's definitely getting better and better, but it doesn't always have like, the articles that we're looking for. So that's why it's important for us to also know how to use other research engines, such as I'm going to show you Google Scholar, and I'm also going to show you some really specific ones. But we're going to start in the school library. So starting on your Canvas page, you can do your dashboard, you can do it through any class, but here on the side, on the left-hand side, you'll see the library button. This is how we access it. So go ahead and click on that. It's going to ask you for Lamore or Kalinga. I'm not sure if it matters, but we're going to go in Lamore. Lamore's our gig. We're going there. And it'll bring you to a page that looks like this. So once you're on this page here, you want to scroll down. Now, if you search here, this one search library catalog, it's mostly going to help you find books and ebooks, mostly books and ebooks. It really and honestly kind of focuses on books and specifically the books that are located inside of our physical library. Okay, that's typically what you get when you search here. So what we want to do instead is to keep scrolling down to these yellow icons, and our research databases are here. So that's what we're going to click into. So databases. And here are a list of databases that West Hills College subscribes to. And not only do you have the title of the database, but you also have a description about what it is and what's contained in it. So research diverse perspectives, topics and trends that align with the study of business, health, criminal justice, sciences, political science, and more. So you can kind of be like, that fits my purposes, or that doesn't exactly fit my purposes. For example, right here, the experience and impact of African Americans as reported by the news and media. Sometimes maybe you want to focus specifically on that culture group. It'd be great to like pop in there. For our purposes and what we're going to do here in this video, I'm going to take you to EBSCOhost. EBSCOhost is a research database that has a bunch of other research databases inside of it. So I'm going to go with EBSCOhost all subscribed databases because it just kind of opens a wider door. Okay. Let me log in. Yeah, but I recommend you take a look at that. There's fun stuff, especially like the DSM-5. Love that we have access to that. So yeah, take a look at that. There's some cool stuff here. But using EBSCOhost. So the first thing that I like to do when entering EBSCOhost is to choose databases because, like I said, it's a hub for a bunch of others. And I want to make sure that they're all selected. Why limit ourselves? Let's go for it. Some of these, though, really won't have they really won't have any of the like European views of Americans from 1493 to 1750 might not be what you're looking for. Funk and Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia might not have what you're looking for, but Psychology and Behavior Science Connections, what you're looking for. But again, why limit yourself? Your search, your keywords and stuff will definitely be picking and choosing kind of what you go into. So there's that. And then what we're going to do from here is just type it in. Your first assignment is going to ask you just to pick a topic of interest. I blanked out on a topic of interest. You know what? In my biological psychology course, we're learning about epigenetics. So epigenetics and personality. Let's go ahead and search that. Okay, so once you get onto this page here, there are a couple things that you can do to kind of make things just easier for you, okay? First things first, full text. If you click limit to full text, that means that you have immediate access to the entirety of the text right now. So you can read that entire journal article without having to go to different sites to see if it's available, without, being blocked by payments or things like that, because not all journal articles are free. And if you click the peer review, then that means you're getting full text peer reviewed journal articles, and they are vetting that for you. So you still have to vet it. It's not perfect. It's a computer, but at least you're getting pre-vetted, right? It just makes it way easier. And then the last step would be like checking out that publication date. So you want it within 5 years, right? So 2020, 2019. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go 2019. 2019. There. And then it's going to... And so now we have 39 sources out of, the bunch we started with on epigenetics and personality. So the epigenetic roots of emotional intelligence, that one sounds super cool. Epigenetic analysis of the dopamine transporter gene. Ooh, focuses on personality traits in athletes. Epigenetic changes associated with different types of stressors and suicides. Personality disturbances, emergence of... Anyways, these are pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to pick emotional intelligence. That one sounds super interesting to me. Okay, so clicking into this on your school's website, there are a couple of things to know. First is that all the information that you need to be able to cite the source is here. You have your authors, you have the publication date, the title of the journal, you have the volume, the issue number, the page numbers, all that fun stuff. You also have tags here. So if this article isn't exactly what you're looking for, or if it is exactly what you're looking for, sometimes it's nice to go ahead and click through the tags because it'll bring you it's kind of like a hashtag. You know what I mean? Hashtag emotion regulation. Jump to it. And the abstract. So the abstract will really let you know kind of if this article is for you. You know what I mean? Those are your first steps in knowing if an article is right for you. You look at the title, title's awesome. Read the abstract. Yeah, that's going where I want it to. Okay, let's look into then we're going to look into the article. But before we do, I want to point out a couple other things. So tools, ways to save this article, printing it, emailing it. If you create an account on EBSCOhost, you can save it to it and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty fun. The citation tools, right? I want to stress, I don't know how to stress this so much. Don't always trust your citation tools because literally 9 times out of 10, they aren't always accurate. They're using other forms of APA. They're not following the rules exactly, and it will kind of cause you problems in this class and in future ones. So make sure that you're using the resources that I provide you in the class to at least double check. So if you're going to use their citation information, double check that it's accurate. Okay. So for example, in their citations, oh, I think I passed it. Chicago, Harvard, Australian, Chicago, APA 7th edition. Okay, here we go. So the authors are correct, the date's correct, title is incorrect. So when you have a title in APA, It's supposed to be in sentence format. And so what that means is that only the first letter of the first word is capitalized. The is capitalized, but epigenetic roots, emotional intelligence are not. So that would be like a double check. International body, that's correct. That's correct. And then this is our volume, our edition, page numbers, and it's missing the DOI, the digital object identifier, or the URL essentially. So the DOI should provide it. If they don't provide the DOI, then you use the what? You use the URL. Okay. One or the other. So if you click on PDF full text, you shall open it up so that you can read it. And of course, it's got the title page going on. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Title page going on. It's got its information here. We're starting off on our introduction. More information about the article. Biological roots of intelligence. You kind of go through it and you realize that doesn't actually follow the way a research article is supposed to look. So it makes you wonder, again, I'm not reading any of this. So it makes me wonder if this is just by glancing at it, if this is somebody reporting on past research or if it has real research inside of it, because it's not showing me a methods section or a discussion section or things like that. So you want to be really critical when you're looking at sources. They might have really good information, but is it the firsthand account that you're looking for? So you want to be extremely critical, skeptical even when you are going in and you're reading these things. Feel free to be as judgmental as you want to be. Like, go for it. You know what I mean? But anyways, this is how we use the website and kind of some of the critical thinking that goes into choosing the articles that you want to use. This one, just by glancing at it, probably wouldn't be one that I use in my research reports, only because it doesn't look like the authors actually conducted research. So it doesn't look like a primary source. But again, reading that will prove that true or false. Now, if you want to get back to the details, you click detail record, which is where we are here. And if you want to get back to your search, you can go into, oh, you just clicked that, but result list. Okay. And so here you are back at your original search, and you can jump into other things. You can even just kind of click on that full text and loading. This one's already looking more like a real peer-reviewed journal article, like a legitimate one. Come on. There we go. There's the introduction, the purpose, and the hypothesis will be located here. Thus the study is to investigate the association between, yep. Results. Oof. Jumps from introduction to results. They skipped a few steps. Where's the methods? And then discussion. Oh, there's materials and methods. I found it. I'm like, where is it? You see what I mean? You got to be critical about this kind of stuff. It's got to be transparent. It's got to be like really, really clear. The idea of these research articles is that other researchers could come in, read this whole thing, and recreate the study to see if they get the same results. If another person can't take this and recreate the study, then it's not transparent enough. Something sketchy, you know? So that's what's going on. If you want to understand how to read this, go to the next. There'll be more videos, but we're just looking at research. Okay, so back on topic. That's how you use your library. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into Google Scholar and kind of show you how to use Google Scholar to do pretty much the same thing. But what I think is really cool about Google Scholar is that Google knows a little bit more about me than the library's website. I know that sounds a little silly, but I mean, I use Google for all of my searches, right? So it has my wording, it has my, it's got me, it's got me. So sometimes I find it easier to do research first on Google Scholar, see what's available, see what's free, see what's out there, see what wording is used, and then take it from there to the college's library, which isn't as comprehensible, I guess is the word. Just doesn't understand me as well. You know what I mean? So I like to actually start my research on Google Scholar. Okay. So epigenetics and personality. Now, the thing about Google Scholar though is that you can't vet it with the same accuracy that you can vet your school's, researches. You can do it through date. So I can put the 2019, excuse me, I said 2019. I don't know. It doesn't, it's being mean to me. Okay, 2018 it is. Oh, I don't have my number lock on. Okay, then 2023. Okay, so then this will search articles within the 5 years. And so when you have it like this, they're within the 5 years. You can kind of see, again, the titles to see which ones interest you. If they have a link on the side here, that usually means that you'll be able to have access to it. If they don't have a link, it's sketchy about whether or not you'll actually have that access or if you have to pay for it to get the access. Now, in this class, I never ever recommend that you pay for it. Don't pay for it. Find another article. But, as you get older and you become, more of a researcher and you're really doing things for your dissertations or for your actual research, you're probably going to want to pay for them. But for right now, no. So just make sure you're looking at things that are free, that have those links. I can show you one of each. So let's see. See, this one, this website usually has free articles, but this one doesn't. Okay. So this is one that had like a link to it on the side. And again, citation information all up here. This one has a PDF. So you can click on that PDF. Citation tools. And there you go. You got full access. There's our materials and our methods. Hi. There's our materials and our methods. This is just some more information, some more information. Data and accessibility, results. Yep, has everything that a research article is supposed to have. So, you know, um, this is psychiatric genomics. So access it through your institution or purchase it. So sometimes if you see this, I don't think that West Hills has an Open Athens, or I don't know, but you can try it. Organization email, and you can follow through. I don't think that we have access to this though. I'm going to be honest with you. So sometimes you're blocked like that, where if you don't have access to it, then this isn't an article that you can use. You can't read it, you know? Same with this one right here. Get access either through your institution, through here. Otherwise, you have to pay for it. You know what I mean? So that is how that kind of works. You're going to look for those sources that have these kind of things on the side because it typically means that it's free to you. All right. Now, in your reading, it also mentions don't be naughty. Excuse me. Don't be naughty. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so in your rating, it also mentions like using specific databases or just going to specific databases that hold a lot of great information. Some of the ones that I want to highlight are Wiley Online, Plus One, and the National Center for like Library Medicine, National Library of Medicine, I think is what it's called. But these ones have, hey, full access, like they're open access journals. So if you're searching things inside of these, you'll be able to get just free access articles. Not all of them, but you get a little bit more of that ability to search, and you can kind of limit and go through here, use those limiters to try to narrow down things that you actually want. Like, for example, we don't want books or reference work, we want journals. So we can, you know, narrow it down even more. We want it to be within the last 5 years, so we can narrow it down. Open access content, that's what we want to see. You know what I mean? And just kind of keep on going. So using those limiters to really help and do so. I've never actually searched on the National Library of Medicine. I'm gonna laugh. I usually do like and then I say indicate. And so things like that'll pop up. So there's the National Institute of Health, and it's a .gov, but Frontiers in Psychology, here we go. Methods, results, summary, research article. Yay. From 2018. So I usually just go to Google and search that. I've never actually used the NIH's website, but it happens. So yeah, that's just some tips and tricks to kind of go about it, some places to start, some really great free journal article databases, journal databases, whatever, to get going. And yeah, finding sources. It takes a minute, but once you get the hang of it and once you find out what works for you, all is good. You know what I mean? This process is literally about what feels good to you and what you're able to feel comfortable doing and that kind of stuff. So take a whack at it and go play and have some fun searching some psychology topics that you're really interested in, finding those peer review journal articles and going through it. All right, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.